All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who were well and taught us his truth, and peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, now I want to do a quick video on this topic. Because you got a lot of exciting times going on in the news, and and mainly the underground news, which is like outside of the mainstream media. All right, like you listen to a couple sources would be the X-22 report. Let me see what I can find. Hold on, real quick. Let's see recent subscriptions. X-22 report is pretty good. Timcast. This guy's pretty on point as well. These guys are bringing out the skinny on what's been going on with these lawsuits that are currently pending between Trump, and his lawyers, Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell, right? And what's exciting about it is that they're really saying that they got some real solid evidence, all right, that this whole election was rigged, which I personally do believe, because Joe Biden said it out of his own mouth, all right, because he's an idiot. Matter of fact, I may get this taken down, but whatever, it's all good. What does he say? Yeah, Biden. Right. Let's see if I can find it before they take it down. Anyway, uh, hold on one second. Here we go.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
And he's just a dumbass to just come out and admit something like that anyway. But besides that, they got Team Trump is claiming that they got evidence, all right, that that there has been a legitimate fraud and they can prove it. So now you got mainstream media losing their minds. You got the rich elites and who control the mainstream media constantly trying to put this whole thing behind us. Hey, the election won. He's just a sore loser. This, that, and the third. But if somehow Team Trump, Rudy Giuliani, and Sidney Powell can somehow make it to the Supreme Court and bring out whatever this information is, whatever this proof is of legitimate voter fraud, okay, I could see this right here happening. All right. This was people, you look online and you say and people say that it's fake or whatever, but regardless of if it's fake or not, this, that, and the third, I can see this happening because think about it. Think about the magnitude, all right, of what Trump is actually trying to do right now. Okay? Trump right now got the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai on him. And I'm saying that, not that he's like in an elect or anything like that. I'm saying like this, I can't say it better than the scripture, right? What is that? Proverbs chapter 21. Okay, Proverbs 21 and 1. It says a king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. All right. Of course, that's the Hebrew word lab, all right, which means mind. And right now, with even though he supposedly lost in the election, this, that, and the third, he is still currently the king of Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, so it says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water he turneth whithersoever he will. Okay, so a lot of the mainstream, a lot of the people, they didn't think that Trump would turn up like this, but that's ultimately the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, bringing this all out. And I cannot begin to explain how catastrophic that would be, all right, to American democracy in the eyes of the entire world, okay? If somehow Team Trump with Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell can make a compelling case to the Supreme Court of the United States that there was legitimate voting fraud, okay? That is just going to completely destroy, all right, democracy throughout the entire earth, okay? And we already knew that, democracy is BS, man. First of all, the Lord doesn't deal in democracy to begin with, okay? The Lord deals in absolutes, all right? The Lord even said it himself, those that don't wish that I reign over them, all right? What was that, Luke 19:27, I think? But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me, man. All right, that's not a democracy. That's not a if, ands, or buts about it. That's do what I say or be put to death. Okay, that's who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ right there. That's a direct quote from him. Okay, but besides that, you would think that the whole voting system, you would think that it would be based off the popular vote, right? But what happens when you what is it? The United States based their system off of what's called an electoral college, okay? Electoral college definition, right? Okay? So it says, electoral college, a body of electors empowered to elect someone to a particular office. Now, check it out. So let's say you have the state of New York, okay? No matter how many people that you got voting for whichever team, all right, whoever wins that particular state, all right, that empowers a body of electors, all right, to elect someone to a particular office. Okay, so the people can actually vote for one person, but if the electors themselves don't want to elect that person, they don't have to. Okay, there's nothing in the rules or in the Constitution that says that they have to. Okay. So that's another thing. So that's another thing that's confusion about so-called democracy. All right, but besides that, it says such a body chosen to formally elect the president and vice president of the states of the or the process of such election, and how we know that this whole ordeal with the Supreme Court and the validity of Joe Biden's actually being officially a president-elect. Okay, the reason the mainstream media is calling him president-elect, but technically, according to the U.S. Constitution, he's not president-elect because, all right, not every state has sanctioned their vote. Okay, officially declaring him the winner. Okay, because of these accusations of voter fraud. Okay, so this thing actually has traction. All right, now little map, just so we all saw. If you haven't seen it in the news, all right, this is pretty much what an electoral college looks like. Okay, which gives Esau a lot of room to wiggle around and manipulate things. Okay, this actual system actually takes power away from the people and doesn't really give power to the people. And but we know this because Esau's a damn devil. You see, New York State. I don't know why I always thought it was 12 points, but it's actually 31. So lucky for that. But you see, each state is worth a particular amount of numbers. All right, so certain states are more valuable than others. Which opens the door for all types of confusion and corruption, man. Okay, but anyway, man. So what was I gonna say? Right. So this thing has traction. So, like, if this guy right here can somehow put egg on the face of the mainstream media, all right, who swears up and down that this whole thing is legit, Team Joe Biden, all these rich elites and things like that who want to set everything up so that they could get their new world order going. Because Joe Biden is a part of that new world order. Okay, this dude right here is going to be taking a dirt nap, man. All right, straight up and down. Okay, and And that's where things get really exciting because, okay, if this happens, all right, say hello to your second American Civil War, all right, because you got a lot of Trump supporters out there and a lot of Trump supporters out there who are gun owners, okay, and racial tensions are already high, okay. So like you get caught in a big scandal like that, and all of a sudden you like you turn up dead for some reason, for any reason, okay. This whole thing could really blow up, all right, really quickly, okay. And that's a beautiful thing, okay, because what civil war means that the Babylon the Great is tearing itself apart from inside out, okay, and that goes with that scripture. I believe that's yeah, Satan divided. Yep, Matthew 12, okay. That's now the Lord who the world calls Jesus Christ was using this as an example to cut up the Pharisees, all right, who compared him to Beelzebub. Basically, they was calling him the prince of the devil, Satan, all right. Matthew 12:25, and Yahushai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Okay, and America is completely divided. All right, you look at this map, man. You know how this is like an older map. This is just an example, but you see that America is divided. Okay, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And just because you have a blue state, that doesn't mean that every single person in that state, all right, feels the same way. Okay, you got this nation is divided internally within all these within every single one of these states, man. Okay, all right. So it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, what does Satan mean? All right, it goes back to the Hebrew shaitan, all right, which means adversary. Okay, you look at America, you look at their principles, everything that they do, all right, is picture perfect against the Bible. Even people, even our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, that call yourself Baptists, all right, Christians, okay, Pentecostals, all right, all these different things, all right. When it comes to what the Bible says, you don't even want to get down with it because ultimately you're Satan, man. All right, so that's talking about you too. All right, what's that? Saint John 8:44, ye of your father the devil. Okay, so if Satan cast out Satan, all right, and that's on the domestic level here in America, and that's on the global level too, because those Russians over there, all right, Vladimir Putin, they Edomites too, man. All right, so it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then shall his kingdom stand? And that's why this whole thing is beautiful, man. Okay, first of all, exposing democracy, all right, and shaming democracy throughout the whole world. Okay, that's a giant leap, all right, to the destruction, all right, of this age which is being ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, all right. Democracy is the wine of the wrath of his fornication. Okay, democracy is what he has a grip on throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, all the morals and the principles and the what is it? The illusion of democracy. Okay, illusion of a pro-choice and for the people. All right, all that goes out the window. Okay, if this whole thing gets exposed on national television, all right. So, how shall his kingdom stand, man? And we all know, man. Those in the know, all right, know that this kingdom cannot last forever. All right, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay. So these are the times that we hope for, man. All right. 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, race wars, civil war. Okay, it's gonna erupt all over the planet, man. If this whole thing comes to a head, all right, and Giuliani and Sidney Powell or whatever, all right, come out there because hey, say what you want about those guys, but they're this ain't their first time around the block, man. When it comes to being a prime lawyer, okay. These individuals are the dream team when it comes to lawyers, man. Okay, so if they come up there and they expose something, man, all right, and those rich elites, all right, have to do something hasty to stop this, okay. You're gonna see fighting in the street. You're gonna see blood in the street, man. Okay. Verse 16, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another." A sedition among men meaning an uprising against the government. Okay. So what if somebody downs Trump for whatever reason? Okay, in the midst of this whole scandal, all right. You think these people are gonna be reasoned with? You think you're gonna get somebody on TV, all right, who's gonna be able to talk to these people and talk them down? All right, it ain't gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. Okay. So it says, so there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. Okay, they ain't gonna listen to nobody that comes up on TV. They ain't gonna listen to no Joe Biden, man. All right. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, martial law. They're gonna have to send in the UN troops, man. UN troops, Gurga troops. All right, the army. They're already sending the army in for forced vaccinations. All right, this is all their plans, man. All right, but a large majority of the people are not with it, man. All right, so we're about to get into something, man. All right, so keep your eyes on the news. Follow. I recommend follow the X-22 report. Listen to these dudes. And of course, listen to the number one thing. All right, is listen to prophecy. Listen to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, and all the brothers. Things of that nature. But also follow that news, man. Follow that Don't follow that mainstream media crap because they got their agenda and they're paid off by the same rich elites. All right, that run the earth. All right, but small time guys like this. All right, small time guys like this. All right, they ain't got nothing to lose, man. Okay, they ain't got nothing to lose. All right, and there's a lot of other people out there like that. But that's the point, man. Lord willing, that was edifying. With that, I want to say shalom to the elect.